Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, David M. here, and welcome back to Volume 4 out of 7 of the bangers of the 1964 Topps Giants set, where I showcase the Hall of Famers. Now, in the background, we have the Sports Illustrated from March the 25th, 1985, which shows Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle, both of whose 64 Topps Giants I showed in Volume 1. Now, I don't have a Sports Illustrated that has any of these next three that I'm going to show in it, but to help set the mood, I'm going to show this guy. So this is my hometown Chattanooga Lookouts. This is a bobblehead when we won the Southern League title a few years back. And he's going to sit right here. And the reason that he's going to sit right there is because the first guy that I'm going to show you, the first banger, is an ex-Chattanooga Lookout great from way back in the day when we were affiliated with the Washington Senators. And that is the killer, Mr. Harmon Killebrew. Beautiful card here in the PSA 6. Probably the greatest lookout ever, basically because he actually played for a little while with the Lookouts. We did have Satchel Paige for 1 year, Willie Mays when he was a teenager for half a season. We've had some, a lot more recent guys, but none the likes of the killer here. Mr. Harmon Killebrew. Here's the back. The killer connects. Killebrew wins second Homer crown. And first of all, a little bit about Harmon. 13-time All-Star, 6 times he led the AL in home runs, 3-time AL RBI leader. He was the MVP in '69. Harmon Killebrew's 45 home runs in '63 was tops in the major leagues. For the second consecutive season, the Minnesota Twins slugger was the American League home run champ. Harmon has averaged 1 circuit clout for every 12.8 appearances at bat. Killebrew tied an American League record in September of '63 when he crashed 4 home runs in a doubleheader. Harmon appears to be on his way to becoming one of baseball's all-time home run hitters, having averaged 42 circuit clouts a year for the past 5 seasons. Harmon was signed for a large bonus by the old Washington Senators, and he spent 54 and 55 in the majors because of the old bonus rule. Optioned to the minors, Harmon finally got his first chance to demonstrate his awesome power. The slugger led the Southern League with 29 home runs in 1957 for the Chattanooga Lookouts. So, Harmon Killebrew right there. Now next up, another legend, 18-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove winner, your AL batting champ in 1955, none other than Al Kaline. PSA 5 here. My little iPhone 6 camera does this card no justice. It's beautiful. The background is really a dark blue. Again, it doesn't show up here, but it's a sweet card there of Al Kaline. So, the youngest batting champ, Kaline wins the AL batting title. Al Kaline, 20-year-old outfielder with the Detroit Tigers, won the 1955 American League batting crown with a .340 batting mark. That year, he also led the circuit with 200 base hits. Since that season, the outfielder has topped the 300 mark 6 different times. Considered one of baseball's biggest stars, Al has appeared in 12 All-Star games and compiled a .345 batting average in these contests. Among active players, he has one of the highest lifetime batting averages at .309. Al's biggest day at the plate was in a ball game in April of '55 when he slugged 3 home runs in 1 game. One of Al's biggest ambitions is to lead the Tigers to a pennant and play in a World Series. Mr. Al Kaline. And finally, saved probably the best for last in all honesty. Next up is a 17-time All-Star. Won the Cy Young in 1957. 8 times was the National League wins leader 3 times the National League ERA leader, threw 2 no-hitters. More importantly, received the Purple Heart for his military service and bravery. Lost 3 years in what would have been his prime, really, or Lord knows the numbers he would have put up. I'm talking, of course, about pitching legend, the great lefty, Warren Spahn. And again, there's a beautiful blue back here, which doesn't show up good here. It's also in a 5. Just phenomenal athlete, phenomenal pitcher, smart pitcher, and just American hero, really. So we're going to flip it to the back here. Warren keeps rolling on. Spahn wins 350th ball game. Warren Spahn completed the 1963 campaign with a 23-7 record and won his 350th ball game. The pitcher is the winningest left-hander in the history of baseball. The Braves hurler appeared in his first big league game in 1942, before some of our current stars were even born. 13 times during his career, Warren has won 20 games or better. At the end of 63, Warren had pitched a total of 62 career shutouts versus National League opposition. For 4 consecutive years, from 49 to 52, Warren led the NL in strikeouts. The biggest thrill of the fabulous lefty's career was in 1960, when he pitched a no-hitter versus the Phillies for his 20th win of the year. Warren pitched another no-hit game versus the Giants in 61. In World Series competition, Warren has 4 wins. So again, legend. Arguably, most people would say Koufax, left arm of God. Well, right behind him, if Koufax ever needed to be spelled, there's Mr. Warren Spahn. So thank you all for tuning in for this volume, and I will catch you next time with 3 more of the bangers from the 64 Topps Giants. Take care, everybody.